Since I was very young, there were a few things that I've always had trouble with, and one of those was being on time. No matter how hard I tried, I was almost always late. And in high school, the teacher would make an example of you if you were late, which was really stressful. And while I've learned to deal with that stress, I'm still almost always late. And I thought that it was because there was something wrong with me, that I couldn't be on time, until I took my Kolbe A Index, which is a 28-page report filled with both textual and interactive graphical information, and an accompaniment by Miss Kathy Kolbe, who created the index. Now you might be wondering, what good does the index actually do? On the Kolbe Corp website, there lists 4 ways that the index is meant to improve a person. So you take this 30-question assessment and you're given this report, which promises to help you be a more successful person. But the question is the Kolbe A Index really useful or not? To be able to answer this question, let's take a look first at conation. Since the time of Plato and Aristotle, there has existed a theory that the behavioral aspects of the mind are divided into 3 segments. These 3 segments are cognitive, and attentive. Simply put, cognitive deals with how a person thinks, their knowledge. Attentive deals with how a person feels, what they value. And cognitive deals with how a person acts, their instinctual behaviors, which is what the Kolbe Index focuses on. Now, over the past 50 years, Kolbe Corp has been researching this concept and using the indexes of 20,000 people from all around the world. Ms. Kathy Kolbe has found that the indexes correctly predicted a person's behavior with an 82% accuracy, and while a few people would have a 1 or 2 point change, overall, the index of a person did not change over their lifetime and continued to be accurate. Now I could continue providing you with all this statistical information and show you the various tests run to try and prove the usefulness of the Kolbe Index, but instead, let's take a look at my Kolbe A and how I've been able to use it. Now the index is separated into 4 MOs, or modes of operation. There's Fact Finder, Follow Through, Quick Start, and Implementer. The number associated with each of these does not have a negative affiliation. The index deals with what a person is capable of, their natural abilities, not what they can't do. The score for my first MO is an 8, meaning I'm an insistent fact finder. And my report lists these various strengths that I have, one of them being I'm really good at in-depth research. So people who know me have sometimes been known to call me a know-it-all. My sister especially. She hates it when I start a sentence with, "Did you know?" But I can't help it. I love gathering information and sharing it with the people around me. Now, on a team or a group, this makes me a really valuable asset because during the beginning of a project, when there needs to be a lot of research done, I can do that. I actually like sitting up at the computer and looking stuff up. My next score is a 6, so I'm an accommodative follow-through. And one of the strengths that it lists is I'm good at packing things that fit together. When my family goes on vacation, it always falls to me to pack because I'm really good at it. I have my list and I make sure everything is there and everything fits snugly and we're able to close the luggages. Another one of my strengths is that I'm good at coordinating schedules. So on a team with people that have various working schedules, I'm the person that can find a way for the team to meet so that we can actually start working on a project or a report. With a score of 2, I'm a resistant quick start. And as a person, I don't like taking many risks, and I don't like it if there are too many unknowns thrown at me. But with the strengths listed here, I found that I'm really good at minimizing the unknowns. I'm really good at finding what can and cannot work and reducing the amount of mistakes that could be possibly made. And I found this has made me really good at editing and proofreading, homework, reports, stuff like that, which is something my siblings have always taken advantage of. For my last MO, I have a score of 4, which makes me an accommodative implementer. Now what this means is that not only can I abstractly come up with ideas and explain them, I can also do this in a more tangible way with graphs and 3D models. So on a team where two people can um, explain their ideas to each other, I work as the bridge between them to be able to share the ideas so that everyone understands them. As I mentioned before, I'm really bad at being on time and I'm really bad with deadlines. So not only did the Kolbe Index explain my instinctual behaviors on why this happens, it also gave me a way of dealing with it. It told me that I needed to prioritize my projects so that I'm only doing 3 or 4 important things at a time. And also, instead of writing a list of things that I needed to do, which could be really, really daunting and stressful, I should write a list down of things that I wasn't going to do that day, which I found really, really helpful. The Kolbe A Index is meant to increase a person's productivity, and if a person's more productive, they're much happier, and we could all use a little more happiness. But don't just take my word for it. Go on the actual Kolbe website and look at these reports, read the statistics, go through and read more in depth what each mode is, and figure out if you actually want to use this wonderful tool to help you be a better person. The links are provided down below, and thanks for watching.